gameplay, and today we're going to make sure you leave a like if it's your favorite video. If not, don't forget that either. But we're going up against the Orlando Magic's. Basically, I'm decent. I'm not bad.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court to their advantage. Great to have you with us, everybody. Live on to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. As we take a look here at Hito.
The positive attitude that he instills in his club.
You know, inexperienced players, young players, have trouble getting out of slumps once they're in them.
But really searching for ways to win. They're presently in last.
Long, and this club holds a 2-1 advantage.
Steelers take care of business here tonight. And
outside Butler kicks it to Ilyasova. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Wide open. And he nails the jumper. Ilyasova's got the scoreboard going with his first point.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to combine if you're on the road.
Hey, Rick, something was amiss because they had no performance-enhancing substances and really never found any kind of real season. We'll see if he's able to here.
Flow. After the miss, Ilyasova defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one
clip through their fingers at the free throw line.
Yep, and I think some doubt started to creep in as well when they kept missing their foul shot. Guys seem to tighten up and start alligator arming those things.
Clark, you mentioned the positive test for Turkle. The league now implementing tougher testing measures for the players.
Yeah, incorporating blood testing. There's been a feeling that it was a bigger issue in other sports, and that NBA players weren't using performance enhancers. I think that's generally the case, but you might as well have a system in place to assure that that is right.
Now, here is Knight after the miss from Aflalo. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Knight.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Butler against Turkoglu. Aflalo outside. And it's Larry Sanders with the rebound.
Not really the start they wanted. They missed 3 of their first 4 shots from the field.
A look from Mayo. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A slow start here for Orlando in this one. 4-point game. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with the win.
Yeah, in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought Dad was really fun, and he's off to the good start.
Ilyasova can't hit.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Nelson off the pick from Davis. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Just to talk again about what Steve just said, they never missed a beat, Clark, when they turned to their bench.
Well, there wasn't much of a difference between the points they got from their starters and those they got from the reserves. A really balanced team effort, and you like to see that.
Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Knight kicks to Mayo. Shoots it up. That one wide left.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Knight against Turkoglu. Turkoglu right side. Here's Vucevic. They now take the lead. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
He's a high-effort guy, always looking for the offensive rebounds. He's got a skill set.
Plenty of seconds if you don't pay attention to him.
Orlando trailing here. Nelson outside. Aflalo outside. Passes it to Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration. That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Now, here is Nelson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
very strong season, guys, for Jameer Nelson as he bounced back in a big way. You know, he got his scoring up and was acting as a playmaker at a much higher level than what we were accustomed to seeing from him.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Harkless with the steal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time. Clark, you just mentioned the uptick in assists for Jameer Nelson. He's the Magic record holder in assists with 1,000.
You know, I would have guessed that Scott Skiles had more than that.
Me too.
Skiles had so many back in the day, but it just shows you the consistency and the production that Nelson has given that team over almost a decade now.
Harkless hits them both.
Well, the Bucks playing here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, one of the older arenas in the NBA at around a quarter century. And the Bucks have said they'll leave Milwaukee after the 2017 season unless a new arena is built.
Here's Pachulia. Harris. Off target from outside. And the rejection by Udo. Here's Delfino. Dishes to Pachulia. And he gets it to go. And back to the arena situation here in Milwaukee. This is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. Steve, that can make it tougher to get an arena done.
Well, there's a potential change in ownership that has loomed over the franchise as well. Obviously, we all want to see the team stay in Milwaukee. A lot of great history here going way back. So hopefully an arena deal will get done.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Oladipo. Tries a three, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Harris. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The Magic trail by 5. Now the pass to Harkless. Offensive rebound to the wing right side. Ready to get underway. And
Carrying and moving the ball, and as a result, they've got a great flow going.
Hand in glove, 5 guys work the power of the fist.
Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Jason Maxiel.
Kevin J. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence, and when you work, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the three-pointer from Mo Harkless.
This is how they stack up right here. 6th in opponent points per game. 19th in three-point field goal percentage. As far as block shots go, not a strong suit for this team. Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
And the number that jumps out to me, Clark, is the opponent's points per game. You mentioned they're in the top 10. I think that's evidence of a good plan by the coaching staff. And the players are really following that game plan on a night-to-night basis.
Here's Nelson. After the made shot from Neal. Nelson outside. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Sanders has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Some good matchups. And I'll tell you the one I have my eye on is the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a good matchup.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
Mayo hits them both. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. He can do a lot of things on the floor.
He's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score. And most of those points coming
We
off
almost
jump
done with
shots.
March anyways.
Defense
I just
is
want to
playing
get done
way
with
too
March
soft there,
because
guys. He's
it'd
just
be a
getting right
lot
to
of
the rim.
games.
Milwaukee
And
leading by
then
4.
sometimes I get
Knight gives to
tired
Mayo.
sometimes.
Launches a 3.
Can't leave him alone, especially
I
from
mean,
long
if you
range.
could like zoom past everything, just like if everything was just like 2K20, bro. Like everything exactly, bro. It's just the games.
Turkoglu outside. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. The Magic making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 7. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steal, are so critical in this game.
I tell you.
Ilyasova against Turkoglu. And that one's good. Turkoglu's got 5 now.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Yeah, they're making some shots now. Clark finally starting to make up some ground.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
Maybe
Here tonight, looking for his first basket still in this one. Now the feed to Butler. Mayo kicks to Sin. Baseline jumper. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Moore. Turkoglu dishes to Moore. Back to Turkoglu. Just 5 to shoot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Steven, back to Coach Drew, of course. He ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to
Moore be up everywhere. He built the
you know, the
Pelicans.
Hawks
He's
were
on
one
the
of better
Pelicans. He's
defensive
on the
teams
Orlando
in the league last
Magic.
year. I think that's what the Bucks saw
Yeah.
in Drew, and that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Knight passes to Sanders. Outside Mayo. Bucks passing it around. They get the rebound. Another shot. No good on the layup.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
And here's Turkoglu from the arc. And that one's good. Turkoglu's got 7 now in this quarter.
It was a slow start for him. But he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Here's Sanders. This again. Timeout called. The Bucks.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run, and thus the timeout. You got to talk things over.
They haven't looked good at all during this run, so timeout is appropriate here.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jason Maxiel's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Turkoglu. And Duran.
During that last break, Orlando's coach, as he addressed his team, he doesn't want them settling for outside shots anymore. He wants their points to come at the rim. Look for them to really start attacking that basket. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Moore with it, now guarded by Walters. Here's Lamb. Second chance shot, rejected by Middleton.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Step back and squared up. Walters got the game tied up here for Milwaukee. Feeds the Lamb. Now here's Maxiel, defended by Pachulia.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The Magic have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And Lamb kicks to Afflalo. Lamb dishes to Maxiel. And that one's good. Maxiel's got the lead up to 2 now for Orlando.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half.
And the first half ends in a close one. Magic lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Nick, a competitive battle out here for you tonight. What's been the mindset for you and this team during the first half?
Just want to come out and not aggressive and just play hard on defense, getting stops. They're a great team, so they're not going to quit. They're going to keep playing. We just have to keep getting stops and keep believing that we can win this game, and good things will happen.
Nick, thank you. We appreciate it. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Welcome everyone, and give them credit defensively. They're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. And they're racking up the assists, great passing in the early going. All around, great effort by O.J. Mayo. Always a threat to go off in any given game, and he hasn't disappointed. Thanks for tuning in. Now back to the action. Time report presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
How about O.J. Mayo in this one? He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Larry Drew. Now, here is Nelson. He hasn't yet put up a point. Shot that one, missing. The Bucks trail.
You know, out of Turkey, Ersan Ilyasova, interesting combination of talent. And he's one of the more intriguing guys in the league when you watch him closely. Not the biggest or the burliest, but he's got a toughness about him. It shows itself on the offensive glass. He's also a really good outside shooter, able to play that spread 4 role.
Here's Nelson after the made shot from Sanders. Nelson, the pass to Vucevic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And Clark, you mentioned Ilyasova. He had that breakthrough season in 2011 and 12, and after the early slump, continued to deliver Steve last year.
Well, he's a great combination of being an outside shooter but having interior toughness. And I think he defines kind of the modern-day hybrid 4. He's a power forward who can guard multiple positions on the perimeter.
That free throw, no good.
What a breakout year for Vucevic. He was given the chance to start for the Magic, and he showed that he belonged in a starting 5. Just a really good gamble on a player, and the big fella looks to be an impact player for them for the foreseeable future.
sinks the second. And for Vucevic, in his second season in the league, fourth in voting last season for the most improved player, I couldn't disagree.
I would not either, Kevin, and you've got to like his defensive potential. He's 7 feet tall, and he's got a 7'4" wingspan, so he can help provide all kind of protection around the rim, and most of his...
Orlando leading.
All right.
Nelson outside. The dish to Afflalo. Pass to Davis. A rebound by the Bucks. Harris outside. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Back to Harris. Butler against Turkoglu. Pass to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. For the lead. And he hits the jump shot. Harris has got his second bucket of the night. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it's going to take like wow. Yeah, very
Goes across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He said to his guys, let's get serious about driving the lane and putting pressure on their interior defenders. That's where he sees the soft spot in this defense. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now, here is Nelson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear. And a chance to check out some numbers for Aaron Afflalo. Now this year is
Shut up.
for him. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
And considering the skills he possesses, that's what he's pretty much expected to bring on a night in and night out basis, Steve.
Here's Harris after the made shot from Afflalo. Pulls up on the wing, and it drops once again. The bucket from Harris. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Turkoglu kicks to Nelson. It's stolen by Harris. Pass break, Milwaukee. Here's Butler. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Now, here is Nelson. Right now averaging 17 points a game. Dishes it to Davis, and he gets it to go.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Nelson against Harris. And another.
No shots down.
Now here's Turkoglu. He's got 10. Afflalo's.
You look at how Aaron Afflalo came into this league and how he plays now. I mean, he's gone from being just a defensive specialist to a starter.
Going in.
This has been a
and stolen by Ilyasova. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
It's paid off for him, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I'll tell you the other thing is back.
The ball in his hands more and more.
And he's improved penetrating and creating his own shot. He used to be more of a spot up.
After Hedo Turkoglu's score. Afflalo outside. Knocks it loose. Sanders dishes to Harris. And here's Nelson. Goes back up. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They want to read this one. Make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
That shot absolutely had to be reviewed.
Wow, even in slow motion, it's hard to tell how much you
Pulled a basket. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
and they definitely.
And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And here now is our State Farm assist to the game, and Steve coming
Made perfectly for that three-point look.
and it's Price in at the point guard position. Here's Harris. The three-pointer is right on. Harris tonight, 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Price. Free throws now for him. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They'll host the Nuggets after this first straight. Second free throw, good. Bucks leading by 6. Out. Here's Oladipo. Oladipo kicks it to Harkless. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Oladipo.
Not what I would call working to get the best.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Davis has checked in for Jason Maxey. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Nelson against Harris. Passes to Knight. To the middle. Here's Sanders. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And the Bucks lead by 8.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice lay-in. Excellent work from Vucevic.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Harris outside. Dishes it to Knight. Back to Harris. Tries it from 19. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Here's Nelson. The pass to Oladipo. Here's Harkless. Banked in off the glass.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
And it's Harris off the drive. Harris, right side. Here's Ilyasova. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Now, they haven't gotten much production from him.
Shots have been low percentage, he told them. He wants better ball movement on the perimeter to get the shooters better looks. Something else he he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Gentlemen, some late game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Turkoglu kicks to Oladipo. And the call will be against O.J. Mayo. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Orlando. Nelson with it, picked up by Harris. Another miss by Orlando.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Nelson from outside. Nelson with another miss.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Well, they're pass to Harris. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. The kick outside to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Harris against Aflalo. Good. 18 points for James.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
The Magic trail by 13. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Nelson. Nelson with another miss.
What a struggle for him. Akusang in the box score today. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. A statement victory for the Bucks.
Buckley simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
Well, you look back at this one and what an amazing performance this has been for O.J. Mayo. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see him being a part of it. He was all over this one.
The Magic making a switch here. Jason Maxiel's checked in for Vucevic. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Davis. Marcus is checked in for Turkoglu. And it's Lamb in there for Aaron Aflalo. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Moore dishes to Harkless. Right wing. Magic moving the ball around. And there's the feed to Moore. Moore, right side. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. Shot is off. And Milwaukee the other way now. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Harris outside. Doubled by Moore. Harris kicks to Neal. Harkless with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Ham leading the charge. Off target.
These guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Karan, after trailing in the first half, you guys seem to come out with a lot more energy in the third quarter. What did Coach say to the team in the locker room at halftime?
I mean, our mindset just had to change. I think we was rushing it a little bit, just going through the motions, and, Coach stressed that. Collectively, we came out and just, took it to another level and was able to win the game.
Karan, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, James.
Greetings, passengers. The captain has informed me we are about to begin our descent into Minneapolis. Please prepare for landing.
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris. And on the next episode, we'll be versing the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, yeah, man. If you are new, make sure you subscribe with the bell on to always see a daily upload. And if you don't want to do that, then it's perfectly fine. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video.